Hello and welcome to episode 29 of my Salem tutorial series. This episode is going to be on making a haystack, and then we are going to make a timber pile. Both of these structures are very useful, as you will see in the episodes as they unfold. But we will especially need timber piles for dry boards. Dry boards are used in about all the structures we are going to need, as in the loom is one, and that needs dry boards. Again, remember I said I want to keep what we have to buy from the market to a minimum. We will eventually make our own nails, but at the moment nails are still well out of our reach. But we can save money by making the other items we need, i.e. dry boards. So let's start then by first lowering the upkeep on my second field. If you remember about us doing planting cotton, okay, there is one important thing I want you to remember with planting cotton. The tier of it does not matter. Okay, we're planting cotton just to make money to pay the upkeep for our claim, and also to make money so we can keep increasing the size of our claim. Notice now my claim size has increased. I don't know if it's difficult for you to see the colour, but that large urn over there is the corner of that side, and so you can see it stretches all the way to there and all the way down to the water, so it's getting to be a fair size, but it's nothing yet. You wait and see how big it gets. Anyway, back to the field. The most important thing for you to remember is after you've planted your cotton, okay, at least put one humus on it to fertilise it, to speed it up a bit. So you can see there that it's got 150 speed. Also, for every 20 plenty you will get more harvest, more out of your harvest. So if this plenty was on 119, I would put an additional humus as fertiliser onto it to raise it above the 20. Every 20, so 140 is the next cap in which you will get an increased harvest. So every 20 points, so 120, 140, 160, 180, etc, etc, etc. So I'm happy with 120. But when you've finished raising the speed and the plenty, it is vital and essential you always keep your upkeep to 50, because you will then have to use less humus and less seeds and less upkeep in the future, because it will only increase by 5 each time you harvest. So this field here is still on 88 upkeep. Now remember, the best way to lower the upkeep is through wood choppings. To get wood choppings, right click on a wood block, split. Oh, need me axe. Right, quickly let's put me axe in. I'm so going to make a tool belt at some point, but for now this will do. Right, so right click, split. Okay, then left click to pick up, hold the left shift key down and keep right clicking and see the total of the upkeep go down. Okay, I've used it all up. That's not, I will get that to the same as this, which is 50. Always get your fields to 50 before they've finished ripening. I've explained why. So there's your golden target, and always do that last. Always do the upkeep after the other three. Always do it last, because it's very cheap to do wood choppings, so that's why. Okay, so there we are, that's the field. Right, let's make ourselves a haystack. Haystacks have many uses, especially when we get onto turkey farming. They are a fertiliser which will raise influence, but I never use hay for that. I use it for building my bee skeps and the turkey coops. You'll see they have many good uses. Oh, there's a frog. Let's pick him up. There we go, we got a frog. We can make froggetti later on when we start getting into cooking. Okay, so to make a haystack we need 15 branches, 5 abandoned cobwebs and 3 wood blocks. Now I've increased, like I say, my claim size, so let's put the haystack over in this corner so it's out of the way. Okay, now let's make sure my claim is being shown. Yep, there we go. So now what I will also do, turn on the landscape, grab, and I will do that and then release. Okay, so I want to place it precisely, so I'm going to put it here. Okay, so I'm going to cut that tree down because it's in my way. Anyway, so right, we're going to put it just there. So to build the haystack, we go to build and tools and utilities. Oh no, there it is, haystack, sorry. Just go to build and then click the haystack. And we will put it, I'll put it just there so it's away from my containers. Okay, so here we are, here's what we need, 15 branches, and I don't care that these special ones are getting used up now, really not bothered, I've got a large urn full of them. So left click, then hold shift and scroll, and it'll fill them up. Okay, abandon cobwebs next, left click, hold the shift key down, and there we go, that's how you can quickly add all the components. Let's build that. Now you're probably wondering, why have I got all this grass? Well, guess what the haystack will need? Yep, you've guessed it, grass. So I've been collecting lots of grass. Bang, there we are. We now have a haystack. But it's useless at the moment because it needs filling up with contents. And the easiest one, best one for you to use is simply grass because it's in abundance all around you. So we'll use that. Oh, look at my cute little teddy bear. He's just like the one I do go to sleep with. Right, anyway, enough of that. So to add the grass, left click to pick it up and put it on the cursor. Hold the left shift key and then right click on the haystack. And you see it starts to add. So I'm going to quickly just keep right clicking, adding grass. It takes a total of 40 grass to fill up the haystack. So you'll see I should have just enough. I got a bit extra because I wanted to use it for my compost bin. Because don't forget, you need to keep your composting up for your fields. There we are. Now notice it's a dark green colour. It will take 24 hours for the colour of this haystack to change to a lighter golden colour, which denotes that it has then turned to hay, and then you can right click on it and you'll get the option to harvest hay. So after 24 hours we'll take a look at that once it's ready and I'll show you how to harvest from it. So there we are, that's how you make haystacks. Very easy and very useful for the straw, for the hay. Right, okay, so that's the haystack out the way. Now, if you think that 24 hours is a long time for the haystack to dry out so we get hay, then check out this next one. This is the one that takes time. Okay, we are now going to make a timber pile. We are making a timber pile because that is how you get dry boards, of which we will be needing many in the future. Like I said earlier, especially for our loom. Now to make a timber pile, we will need 10 stones and 40 fresh boards. So just to refresh you on how you make fresh boards. Okay, you have a sawbuck that we made previously. Put a cut down tree onto it, which I went and gathered a couple of trees earlier with my sled. Right click on the wood and then make board. Let's just make one. There we go. Why do I only need one when I said 40? Because I didn't want you to wait while I was making them all. Okay, so let's grab all of these boards. Right, that's enough to start with, because, oh no, that's too many. They weigh so much. Let's try removing 2. Yeah, that's acceptable. Okay, now there is one very important thing to take into consideration before you build your timber pile. Trust me when I tell you this. I made a timber pile and I got nothing but mouldy boards because I built it too close to an item that I'm going to go through and mention, all the different items. Okay, so before you build your timber pile, you must make sure that it is 5 tiles or more away from the following items. The items that it must be 5 tiles away from are walls, rocks, houses, containers, structures, tree stumps, and lastly, trees. How do you know if the distance is 5 tiles away? Bring up your landscape tool, click grab, highlight a big amount of the ground, release. Okay, this I've told you needs to be, I would go with 6 tiles away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is where I will build it. Notice that I'm going to move that container anyway, but notice then all the directions I'm 5 tiles clear. Let's just extend to see how much that is. Okay, so if I build it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to move that one. The tree is, I'm building it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I've cleared all of this. The stump, that's getting knocked down. I'm going to destroy it for more logs. So anyway, let's build this timber pile. We go to build, timber pile, and I'll place it just there. Okay, let's put it down here. Let's add some boards and build. You know to keep the left shift key down and then to scroll your mouse wheel will add all of the contents from your inventory. Okay, let's now go grab, let's grab these. Let's grab some out of here. And let's add them. Notice I'm building as I add them, that way it's not such a long time you have to wait for it to add the components. Okay, let's grab some more. Let's add, well, let's just grab a few more out of this one. Okay. Right, let's grab some more. It was 7 more, wasn't it? Yep, so there's our 7. Now, let's see. So we need, there we go. We need 10 stones. So let's finish our timber pile. Okay, that's them. That's them. Let's build. Okay, so just checking this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's clear all that way. This, let's move that obstruction because as I just read to you, containers of any type will cause mouldy boards. So we'll put that there. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to destroy that. I wish there was an option, a button that you could click to rearrange your pocket, because every time, I mean, I love Salem, but I just wish they would add a button to auto arrange your inventory to save me having to keep moving all the items every time I do anything like that. I know it's laziness, but wouldn't it be good? Okay, oops, let's eat some food. We don't want to risk getting knocked out. Okay. Right, now if we check, how close is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clear, well clear. Okay, there we go. That is what you have to do for your timber pile. Notice if we right click it, nothing happens. It will take 5 days for this to turn into dry boards. Yes, you heard me correctly. It will take 5 days, 5 real life days, that is. Okay, so it's not game days, real life days. It will take 5. So that is why, okay, I needed to make one. Because it's going to take so long before we can actually use it. Now, I recommend you make a minimum of 2 haystacks. Where am I going? So make 2 haystacks and a minimum of 5 timber piles. Make a minimum of 5 of them. At the moment, we're not using that many dry boards, but because it takes so long for them to dry out, okay, you will, trust me when I tell you, for the next 6 months of playing Salem and longer, you will always be using and needing dry boards, because we will get onto more complex boards. We will get onto planed boards. And then we will get onto oiled boards. And guess what? They all need dry boards. So do a minimum of 5 timber piles. If you can, do 10 timber piles. But remember to keep the distance around them 5 tiles in every direction, free of every single thing. Make sure the land is bare. Flowers do not affect it. Okay, that's the only thing that can grow. Flowers, garlic, stuff like that will not affect the timber pile. But any other items that I read to you will give you mouldy boards. And we will be using mouldy boards in a later episode, and it will be a good one. But for now, that is what I wanted to show you. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every single last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this episode on haystacks and timber piles. Goodbye.